Your favorite athlete is just moments away from victory. The crowd is on edge, holding its breath. Then, at the most crucial second, he misses the shot. It's a heartbreaking moment, but it's not just bad luck. He just experienced what's known as choking under pressure, when years of training suddenly seem useless at the exact moment they matter most. While we often associate choking with sports, it can happen anywhere: a public speaker freezing mid sentence, a musician forgetting their notes during a live concert, or even a student blanking out during a critical exam. But why does pressure cause even experts to crumble? And more importantly, can it be prevented? At its core, choking under pressure comes down to focus, and researchers have identified two major explanations for why it happens. The first is known as the distraction theory. When the mind is overwhelmed with fear, doubt, or anxiety, it struggles to concentrate on the task at hand. Competing thoughts fight for attention, and since the brain has a limited processing capacity, performance suffers. This effect is particularly noticeable in tasks that demand working memory, the mental space we use for problem solving, recalling information, or multitasking. In a 2004 study, university students were given math problems of varying difficulty. Half solved them in a calm setting, while the other half worked under pressure. While both groups handled the easy problems well, those facing stress performed noticeably worse on more complex, memory-intensive tasks. Pressure essentially hijacked their working memory, making it harder to think clearly. The second explanation is the explicit monitoring theory, which suggests that pressure causes people to overanalyze their actions. When a skill is well practiced, it becomes automatic. But under pressure, people start consciously thinking about every little step, disrupting their natural flow. Picture a basketball player who's made thousands of free throws in practice but suddenly starts overthinking their form in a high-stakes game. A study on golfers proved this idea. When asked to focus on the flight of the ball, they performed better. But when told to focus on the exact motion of their arms, their shots suffered. In essence, thinking too much can be just as damaging as being too distracted. So, is choking unavoidable? Not necessarily. Research suggests some people are more prone to it than others, especially those who are self-conscious, anxious, or fear being judged. But there are ways to train the brain to handle pressure better. First, practice under pressure. A study on expert dart players found that those who had trained in stressful conditions performed better when anxiety kicked in. Just like athletes prepare for game day nerves, students and performers should expose themselves to stressful simulations during practice. Second, use pre-performance routines. From deep breathing to repeating a cue word, rituals help keep focus intact. Studies in sports like bowling, golf, and even water polo have shown that structured routines lead to more consistent and accurate performance under pressure. Finally, shift focus outward instead of inward. Instead of obsessing over the mechanics of a task, direct attention to the end goal. A study on golfers showed that those who focused on the flight of the ball performed better than those fixated on their arm movements. Keeping your eyes on the prize, not on the steps to get there, can make all the difference. So, maybe the saying shouldn't be practice makes perfect. Instead, the real formula for success is practice under pressure, maintain focus, and keep your goal in sight.